back to the channel and welcome back to Spooky Season. Today a quick review for this, The Talisman by Stephen King and Peter Straub. Now this was a fantasy horror novel released in 1984. My copy is about 780 pages. The hardback is about 660 pages. So this comes in at about 260,000 words. It took me just under 2 weeks to read. If you're a fast reader, this will take you about a week. It's not a small book, it's a bit of a chunky one. Now, I was reading it as part of my extended Dark Tower read-through because this does have some Dark Tower connections. That will be quite obvious to you if you've read part of the Dark Tower already, like I have, and then you're going to this book in the recommended sequence, let's say. Now, it is a book that is almost like a love letter to the author's favourite novels or some novels that have influenced them, such as Huckleberry Finn, Lord of the Rings, I Am Legend, and The Island of Dr. Moreau. Now, these are referenced inside the novel. They're also sometimes even quoted literally inside the novel. But what the biggest influence of these novels on this is their kind of control of the structure of the novel. Now, it is a quest kind of journey novel. I would mostly say it is most comparable to, say, The Stand, but from a single perspective, meets a portal fantasy. So that's really what you're getting here. It is very much an epic tale. But unfortunately, the good and bad of Stephen King novels does appear in this. So it is very epic in scope and nature, but in that same way, it is a little bloated. The prose could have done with a little editing. Some segments don't offer much to the story. But at the same time, you've got those great two-dimensional background characters you get in Stephen King novels, the ones that make you feel like you've lived the novel previously, like a deja vu moment almost. The character work generally is quite strong, and the villains and the monsters are, creepy, gruesome and gory, and they are described really, really well in this. It has a very good sense of atmosphere, like most Stephen King novels. So you're going to get all of that goodness. You've got an epic tale, you've got dark fantasy, you've got a little bit of horror, you've got good atmosphere, descriptions and characters. So what's there not to like? But like I say, a little bit bloated, could have done with a little bit more editing, and unfortunately, it goes for like a sentimental style Lord of the Rings ending, but it doesn't have quite the quality and substance to land it. So this is a great book, but it's a flawed book. I'd actually give it a 3.7 out of 5.